Kuji-kiri is an optional activity in Assassin's Creed Shadows. When I say optional, it's actually mandatory because it rewards you with knowledge points which are needed to progress your masteries and your skills, so I would recommend everyone does these. They are meditative, quick-time events that you can find all around the world, but in the first zone of the game, it's actually part of the main quest for Naoe. So I recommend everyone does these if they want to find out more about the main character of the game. Let me talk about how you find them. So as you explore the land, you'll find these different roads, and if you go up one of them, it's going to take you to a point of interest. It can be various things, but some of them will be Kuji-kiri. At the end of this video, I'll show you a map of all 5 Kuji-kiri locations in Settsu, so you can find them easier if you're hunting for them and want to find out more about Naoe. But the real problem here is, how do you do them? I had some trouble figuring it out. It should be really simple, but later in the game as you play, it's gonna get much more complicated and require you to do more things. The way the Kuji-kiri activity works is that you press buttons on your controller. As the circle goes smaller and reaches the inner circle, you gotta press the buttons on your controller at that time. It's gonna be 4 buttons in a sequence, and then the sequence is going to repeat several times. With each passing sequence, the screen is going to dim, so at the end of the activity, you're not even going to be able to see which buttons you're supposed to press. So you're basically learning which buttons to press at the beginning, and then continue doing that in a specific rhythm, even when the controller icons on the screen start to disappear. It takes some practice, it takes some meditation, and it's annoying as hell sometimes, but you'll get there. If you make a mistake and press the wrong button, don't worry, it's not going to break the activity. You'll just have to start over a couple of rounds. You can actually exit the activity. I don't know which button to press on the controller. I pressed escape on my keyboard and that let me leave the activity. You can actually make this a little bit easier by going into the settings menu and then going into the gameplay options. And then you can find an option for QuickTime events there and change it from default to simplified. This will make the puzzle a little bit easier because you're going to have to press fewer buttons, but it's not going to eliminate the QuickTime event completely, unfortunately. In the first zone of Settsu, the first 4 Kuji-kiri that you do are also gonna start main quests for Naoe. These quests tell a story of Naoe's history and how she came to become a shinobi. They are the Warfare quest, Mind and Body quest, a True Egan quest, and Traditions quest. Everyone that loves lore should really do these because they're filled with great cinematics and animation, and you'll get to learn more about Japanese culture. I'm not really sure if you need to do them in particular order. I think that each time you find and complete a Kuji-kiri activity in the first zone, one of these quests are going to happen in sequence. There are actually 5 Kuji-kiris in Settsu. Let me show you where they are on the map. Probably the first one that everyone's going to find is the League Hideout Kuji-kiri, because you're going to unlock a hideout of your own at some point and a Kuji-kiri is right next to it. But there was actually a Kuji-kiri much sooner in the map, right from where you started playing the Settsu map, and it's in Eboshigata Hachiman Shrine.
I could practice Kuji-kiri here. Look within. Look back. Should stop here to meditate.
The next one is the Windy Shores Kuji-kiri. And then you can find the Katano Foothills Kuji-kiri. And at the end I found the 5th Kuji-kiri called the Sacred Bridge. Whichever one of these 5 Kuji-kiris you find first, it doesn't matter. You're gonna complete the side story quests for Naoe. Do those side quests as you complete the activity, and you'll get those 5 knowledge points. I hope this information helps you a little bit to solving Kuji-kiri puzzles, finding them in Settsu, and completing Naoe's initial story. If they did, please consider leaving a like,
My people.
maybe even subscribing to the channel. And this is the noob signing out.
This is what's fueled me. Why I need to make sure it never happens again.